Hey everyone. This is Lorraine Duncan from BizGone Social, live at 5 here, and I want to welcome you if you're coming in or you're going to be reading this later. So, I've been again talking all week about Facebook groups, and I've learned a lot, I've seen a lot, I've gone into other groups, I've checked some big groups out, and I want to talk about engagement because engagement is everything in the world of social media, meaning, are people engaging with your posts? Do they like your posts? Do they share your posts? Now, in a group, we're really more interested in people actually liking the post. I've never been able to actually go into somebody else's group and share something, especially if it was a private group. But, anyways, what I want to say is what are some ways that we can get more engagement in our group? And I was talking with a good friend today, Tom Martin. So here's a shout out to Tom Martin. And we were just talking about our groups, and he has his own group and I have my own group. And we're talking about, what could we do in our groups to get engagement? So, one of the things that I see a lot, and it really gets a lot of engagement, is when people ask questions. So, in a couple groups that I've been in, people have been posting polls, they've been doing all kinds of stuff, all kinds of questions, and it's been really kind of a really neat thing to see because, people are like answering a poll or they're answering a survey. So the other thing is sometimes when, so like I was kind of thinking about like what kind of questions could we ask? So, one of the best questions I've seen so far is like, well, when we're all done with quarantine, what's the first thing you're going to do? And every group that I've been in that has posted that, it's gotten a lot of engagement because people are already thinking about what they're going to do. So anyways, it's like sometimes, what you can post as a question is or a statement, or you could do like fill in the blanks where, if you were going to if I go somewhere blank, or, if I could go anywhere in the world, I'd go to blank. So that's, one thing. So, here's an interesting thing. If it's a trending topic, now there's not much going on in the sports world, but one of the biggest examples I could think of is like, when the Olympics are going on, and that topic is trending, it's like, well, who do you want to go to the final? In March Madness, for instance, we missed that this year, but like, who do we want to go, to the Final Four? So trending topics. The other thing, depending on your group. So my group is a marketing group, social media tips, and the thing that you want to think about here is, maybe some business related questions. What is your favorite, I like to ask, what are you guys using for your favorite social media tool? Or what platform, what tools do you find for scheduling? What's good, or what do you use for, your calendar? I've seen all kinds of things there. So those are just some things that I want to just say is that, the questions and the fill in the blanks and, the photos with, maybe show choices, ask, which do you like better, this cat or that cat? That. The next thing is I find that posts that have more images and less text do a whole lot better than a lot of text and no image. So keep that in mind, when you're creating a group, or when you're an administrator of the group and you're creating the post, make sure that you are using pictures because, the stats are already out on this. If you just have a text, you're not going to get much engagement. But if you have a text with a picture, you're going to get more engagement. If you have a video, it's going to get more engagement. So that's that. Now, the next thing I was going to, what I think is really important to know is, remember, a group is a group of people it's your community. So it has a time. There's a time that is good to post. And so you get that in your analytics on the side. You go to set it, you go to the analytics area on the side of your group, and you find what's really good time. Make sure you're posting at the right time. You'll get more engagement. And then lastly, you just want to make sure you're interacting. So a good example of this is, excuse me while I drink water. A good example of this is when my group, I welcome new members, and I ask them to tell a little bit about themselves. And one of the things I ask them is, to share. Well, it would be silly if I didn't if they share something, not comment on it. So it's really important that when somebody's in a group and they post something or they comment on a post, you want to make sure that if it requires an answer back or even a like, you want to do that. All right. So this is Live at 5 with Lorraine, and I will see you for Finish Strong Friday tomorrow. Have a really great evening.